I'm a mom myself, and as many of us who are looking for a new place to live, one of the things we have to take into consideration is our children. And today we're going to talk about why Issaquah is a great place to raise a family. And I'm speaking today from my personal experience, so stay tuned. Welcome to the Living in Bellevue, Washington channel. My name is Silva. I'm a real estate agent right here in Bellevue, Washington. If you're new here, this channel is all about what it's like to live in and around Bellevue, Washington. I tell you the up, the down, the left, the right, the good, the bad, the ugly. We go over lots of different towns and lots of different topics. If you like this information, please hit the like button. It will help other people who are looking for this information find it more easily. And if you hit that notification bell and that subscribe button, you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video to this channel. Again, my name is Silva. I'm a real estate agent right here in Bellevue, Washington. And look, we have so many people reaching out to us on a regular basis, people who are relocating here, people who live in Washington, born and raised in Washington, and wanting to move to a different town and want more information about it. Want to go about finding out what the process is like, what moving is like. People who are new buyers, people who have lived here forever and haven't bought a new house in decades, and it's a brand new experience all over again. You can do the same thing. Please pick up your phone, shoot me a text message, call me, get on my calendar link down below. Let's get you settled in a new house right here in Washington. Issaquah, Washington is located just east of Bellevue, east of Seattle. We're about 17 miles outside of downtown Seattle. We have I-90 bisecting right through us, so you can take the highway all the way to get to Bellevue, all the way to get to Seattle. But there are so many amazing things to do right here in Issaquah. Issaquah started many years ago as a mining town, as a logging town, and there's still evidence of that throughout town. We have a museum and a train depot that has a lot of the history in it. But in spite of Issaquah being, quite frankly, a smaller town, about 40,000 people, they have so many amazing things to do, and we're going to cover those right now. Number one, we have the Village Theater, and the Village Theater has programs all year round. They also have a sister business where they teach acting and have plays for kids. So that is something that's amazing to do. The kids can participate if you want to show them some culture. Instead of going downtown into the big city. When I was a kid growing up in the Midwest, once or twice a year, we would go down into the city of Chicago. It was an hour drive one way. We were all dressed up, and oftentimes it was the coldest time of the year. And it was, quite frankly, probably pretty stressful for my parents because we didn't do it all that often. It was fairly expensive because it was Chicago. Parking and everything was expensive. But it was a fantastic experience for us as kids. It was magical. You can do that right downtown in Issaquah. The theater is right on Front Street, and it is quite busy and has lots of different programs throughout the year. Number two, Cougar Mountain Zoo. Cougar Mountain Zoo is almost a well-kept secret, unfortunately, because it's really a fantastic little zoo. Cougar Mountain Zoo sits on top of Cougar Mountain, and if you don't really pay attention, it can be pretty easy to miss the signs. However, Cougar Mountain should not be missed. It's a great piece of our community here. They have cougars, of course. They have lots of wild animals. They have zoo animals. I don't know if I should call them wild animals. There are many animals that we find in the Pacific Northwest. They also have a vast variety of different parrots. And it's so close to home, something that we've always enjoyed going to and contributing to because it's a great piece of our community. Cougar Mountain Zoo, you should not miss it. Not far from Costco in downtown Issaquah is the Lake Sammamish State Park, and that is something that can be enjoyed throughout the year. There is swimming and fishing and boating and kayaking and paddleboarding and kite flying and playing in the sand and volleyball nets and picnic tables, and it's a great place to go. We sit at the southern tip of Lake Sammamish. It's a beautiful lake, it's a beautiful view, and throughout the year you can go and spend some time there with your family. It's a great place to enjoy. Now, not everybody gets to learn about this, but right here in Issaquah, all the kids in elementary school learn about the life cycle of the salmon. The salmon hatchery is also located right in downtown Issaquah. During the spawning season, we get to see the fish coming home. You will find some, for lack of a better word, zombie fish coming back in. They can be quite beat up looking. You can watch them going up the fish ladders. You can see them through the glass. The fish hatchery is a unique experience, and we have gone there every year, and the kids can still, in their 20s, give me the entire life cycle of the salmon and are really actually quite good at identifying the different types. Just like most other towns in the area, we have a plethora of playgrounds and parks scattered throughout Issaquah. We have Centennial Park, we have Confluence Park, we have Ebright, might be in Sammamish, Tiger Mountain, Cougar Mountain parks. There are parks and playgrounds everywhere scattered throughout, and it's a great thing to enjoy. You can go hiking, biking, play sets, picnics, concerts in the park, all sorts of activities. Great for you and your little people. So my kids always got a kick out of going to Poo Poo Point, more so because they like to be able to say poo poo. But Poo Poo Point is right off of Issaquah Hobart Road, right on the east side. It goes up Tiger Mountain, and there's a big area up on top where the paragliders launch off. You see them more often during the summer months when the weather is nice out, but you can see them quite often. You can see them from the bottom of the hill, but it's pretty cool to be able to sit there and sit on the hillside and watch them take their leap of faith and run off into the sky and glide away. Farmers markets. I love a good farmers market, and Issaquah has one of the best. It is located directly across the street from the Costco parking lot at the Pickering Barn. It is open, I believe, from June through September or October. Beautiful flowers. They will rival what you can get at Pike Place Market. Vegetables, fresh food for you to eat on the spot, crafts, all sorts of cool things. They also sometimes have unique events held inside Pickering Barn, gem and mineral shows, all sorts of things that you can take your kids to and teach them about what is grown here in the Pacific Northwest, tasting new foods, cooking, and learning about what we have for gems and minerals in the area. So the next thing might not be everybody's cup of tea, but Issaquah hosts every year around Halloween its very own zombie walk. And while that might not be your cup of tea, there are many, many people who come out and enjoy the zombie walk. You do have to sign up for it. A lot of people just come and watch, and it is not unlike a fun run, except it is a zombie walk. People come in costumes and portray the part. If that is not your cup of tea, another holiday event that we have in Issaquah is coming out and seeing the reindeer in the month of December. Also a very fun thing to do. The reindeer are quite friendly and fun to touch. I'm a history buff. I don't know that my kids are historians or as into history quite as much as I am, but Issaquah has quite a lot of history, and they have a good display of it. They have the railroad depot where there's quite a bit of history displayed, and you can read about it. And there's also the History Museum off of, I want to say, Bush Street, where they also have the original jail. Those are things that you can take your kids to so that they can learn a little bit more about Issaquah, but also about the pioneers who came out to Issaquah way back when, and teaching kids is always a great way to spend an afternoon. Fox Hollow Farms is a tradition for many, many families. It is down on Issaquah Hobart Road. It is a beautiful venue for pumpkin picking. They have a petting zoo, and it is a great event, like I said, for the season of fall. You will see cars lined all along the road. don't forget to hit Fox Hollow Farms when the season is right. Issaquah has loads and loads and loads of sports, not only for adults, because there are quite a few adult leagues that they have that are for fun, for basketball, for soccer, whatever, along with pickup games, but there are sports fields and events that you can participate in, from karate to MMA to gymnastics, soccer, track and field. There are so many things around here, just like you would find in other towns. Lots of activities for the kids to participate in. Soccer fields located right by Costco. Swim team, there's Julius Bone Pool. There's activities everywhere. Last but not least, one of the things that we as parents find the most important to our children's growth is their school life. Issaquah School District, which extends from Issaquah into Sammamish, into parts of Renton and Maple Hills, is quite good. There are, I believe, 27 elementary schools, 8 middle schools, 5 high schools. I think they all do an exceptional job of teaching our children. According to niche.com, Issaquah School District, no school in particular, is rated number 6 out of 251 school districts in the state of Washington. Do your due diligence. You can look at Great Schools, School Digger. I always tell my clients that the apple does not fall far from the tree. We have a highly educated demographic here, and from the people who live and work here, of those people who are parents, they care very, very much how their children are doing in school, and people contribute time and resources. The companies contribute time and resources. Issaquah School District is quite phenomenal. And with that being said, if you are coming to Issaquah and you like the school districts, there are so many other things to look forward to right here in Issaquah. Between the outdoor lifestyle, the indoor lifestyle, there's a lot you can do with your family right here in Issaquah. Please go over my list again. And if you have any questions, if you're thinking about moving to Issaquah, pick up the phone, give me a call. Let's get you on the calendar. Let's get you settled in a house in Issaquah.